Nandi Hills seeks immediate attention. The historical landmark in Bangalore proximity, the Nandi Hills seeks alarming attention to protect its biodiversity to retain its charm as natural hill resort. The hills have rich historical past starting with mythic in nature to its British era followed by its popularity during Tippu era and Mysore Empire later. The monolithic rock hills is likely to lose its biodiversity if the planned development is implemented to install cable car that requires 150 pillars starting from the foothills leading to its uphill covering a distance of over 8 kilometers. The erection of pillars en route is likely to cause major concern as it could affect its flora and fauna in a greater way. The hill is a place of origin for 5 rivers from its womb. They include Arkavathy, Palar, Pennar, South Pennar and Chitravati. Mindless development in the periphery includes rapid real estate, restaurants, resorts and human habitat is posing a greater threat to the Nandini ecosystem. It is time to protect and conserve nature under its abode, to protect vegetation in the area and save its species and creatures across the hill that have survived rapid development and onslaught. In order to support conservation efforts, Chairman of Give Hill Foundation and author of India Wakes, Dr. Bert and Fisher has taken the matter to obtain UNESCO heritage status to Nandi Hills, who has pledged its complete support into the matter. Nandi Hills are a livelihood for millions of people. The holy water of Nandi Hills is believed to have spiritual and significant properties, attracting devotees and tourists. In order to retain its importance, is time to recharge the groundwater tablet within the surrounding areas as an essential part to protect its diversity. It is an initiative by well-known social activist of H2O movement, Dr. Sanjana Prasad, and city-based human rights activist. It is an initiative by well-known social activist and H2O movement founder Dr. Sanjana John and city-based human rights activist C.D. Kiran, who have been struggling to spearhead the movement to conserve Nandi Hills ecosystem with governmental initiative to save vegetation and its species that lies in proximity to Bangalore.
You have been an environmentalist. What do you have to say about the happenings at Nandi Hills in Bangalore?
One of the main motive and the whole propaganda behind this movement is to save Nandi. Over commercialization, the ropeways, the kind of over tourist, I would say, advent into Nandi Hills is destroying. Nandi Hills is crumbling. And as I mentioned, the trash, the tourism, and the ropeways will lead into destruction of Nandi Hills. So it's high time we stepped up to protect and save the Nandi and the rivers that have been always a source of health and propagating the wealth of Karnataka and especially humanity. So this is a time that Manjunath ji and the whole body, they've come together to make sure that we are stepping up to save Nandi Hills.
What is the solution in the lives where it is left to end up?
Well, definitely, like Dr. Bart S. Fisher said, the first step is to stop the over-touristic development out there that's going on currently. Second, through court orders and through the right media movement, we can create the awareness and work towards making Nandi Hills a UNESCO World Heritage Property. And the person needed to do that is somebody like Dr. Bart Fisher from Washington, who has the means and the ways to get it done. So the way to save Nandi is to make sure that it becomes a UNESCO World Heritage Property.
Come all the way from Washington DC to participate in this program. What is your intention behind this?
My intention going forward is to make Nandi Hills a United Nations UNESCO World Cultural Heritage Site. This is a process that you have to go through the United Nations and through the committees, but it starts with the government of India has to request and get on the list. There's a list that you first have to submit to the United Nations. After you submit the list, you have to go through consideration of the criteria. There's no question in my mind that Nandi Hills meets the criteria for cultural significance, environmental significance, and protection of the environment, because water, as Sanjana just said, water is a big problem. You can't have, as a result of global warming, the water all dry up, 5 rivers come together, and there's just no water. So at the end of the day, we are going to preserve the environment, protect the property from over-commercialization, and do tourism in Bangalore the right way.
How serious are these international bodies in protecting environment in India?
Well, India is now the 6th largest holder of cultural UNESCO protection. There are 44 sites in India already that qualify for protection under UNESCO site privilege. And so I have no doubt that we meet the criteria, but we have to go through the process, and it'll take about 1 year to get it done. But we are starting now to get it done, thanks to Manjana. Thank you.